has is that you just have to make the farm beautiful and lively again, because the farm has been like abandoned because of your grandfather's condition and your grandfather's passing. And you're in the beautiful town called Pelican Town, and it is full of really colorful cast of characters, and it's super cool, and it's super fun, super relaxing. Well, sometimes it can be a little stressful, but also sometimes it's just nice to just kind of zone out and play for a little while. Like, I have been spending hours on this game. I think I'm almost to like 20 hours in this game already. So yeah, but I have been loving this game. It is so much fun, and I really want to do a gameplay series on the channel of like my Stardew Valley, like the farm, but I'm still trying to figure out like the kinks with like my audio in the video, because after watching like the Plants vs Zombies video and all my other attempts at doing like a screen recording and audio, it's kind of weird, but I am going to try doing it. I'm going to keep trying to do it, and I'm going to persevere. Well, there is like, I can do it on my phone, but I don't think it will be as fun as doing it on the computer, because the computer is really like the best experience you can have, rather than doing it on like the Switch or on your cell phone. So yeah, so let me tell you guys about just like the overall things you can do in this game. So like gameplay wise, you can like, there is a time system, not like in Animal Crossing where it follows a real-time clock. Think of it more as like a Minecraft where you play through, where the days go through on the game, not through in-game time, and not like following the real time. It's so basically the game follows in-game time and not real life time. So like, it may be nighttime, it may be like it's summer here, but in Stardew Valley it's winter, because Stardew Valley, the year is basically 4 seasons. It starts with spring, summer, fall, and then winter, and then it goes around again. That's a full year in Stardew Valley, and each day, and each season is 28 days. Yeah, and there are like different crops that you can plant there, like, and like different ways to make money. Like, you have to make a lot of money in Stardew Valley to be able to do anything. And there's like a mine, and there's like this, and then there's this thing called the community center, where there's basically kind of like two ways you can play the game. There is the community center route, where it is like, also this world is like super magical, full of magical things. Like, I can't explain everything because the game is so chock full of stuff. Either like, I'll tell you guys some things you can do to like learn about Stardew Valley if you don't want to play Stardew Valley for yourself, or you don't have the time for it. I'll tell you as much as I can, but I'm still new to the game. I've watched a bunch of videos about Stardew Valley, but I'm still trying to experience all for it myself. But first, let me tell you guys about like some things that I've watched about Stardew Valley. So there is this YouTube Stardew Valley like creator. Yeah, well, she's more known for her Stardew Valley content. Her name is Charlie Parley, and Charlie Parley is super funny. She is to be able to get like some like leeway in the game with like being able to get things much faster, you can befriend the different townspeople. Like, and some of them you can even romance and marry and have children with. And it's super like fun to like. There are like the specific ones you can like marry, and then like there's you can also marry some like shadow person, and you can like either adopt or like have kids based on like the gender that you have. Like, kind of weird, but I won't talk about that anymore. But it's like a really fun game. But yeah, so I've been watching. So like I've been watching Charlie Barley, and Charlie Barley is really cool. I also want. I don't know what this. I think his name like Tim or something. But I watched a lot of like doing like speed. I even watched like someone do speed run the community center. So let me tell you what the community center is. So basically, the community center is an old abandoned community center for the Pelican Town, and the mayor. I still don't remember the mayor's name, but the mayor of Pelican Town asks you to help rebuild the community center. And the community center is run by these little, like, magical little creatures that you can only see and not like any other people can see. And they are called the Junimos, I think they're called, or just Juinimos. But they're these little, like, apple-looking creatures. And there are, like, 6 different areas you have to complete. And these areas are completed through things called bundles. And bundles are basically different things, different groupings of things that you have to collect throughout the game. Like there can be things like there's a section called the pantry where you have to forage for different things. There are different seasonal forages, and also foraging is also a part in the game. Where basically there's just every season there's a different forageable item that you can collect. And you pick up on the ground. Like there's things like blackberries, yams, and plums, but then there's also cool other things like snow carrots and different things like that. And then you also and then after every bundle, something gets rebuilt. Like a section of the community center gets rebuilt, but also a new thing gets unlocked. So there's things like mine carts where you can travel around the Pelican Town, because Pelican Town is really big, and with the time limit you have, you wake up at 6 a.m. and you have until 2 a.m. until you pass out, and you also have, and then I'll talk about that. Man, there's so much stuff. I try to talk about it a lot. But if you guys want me to do like kind of like a more updated video talking about like more things about Stardew Valley, and just want me to hear me ramble about Stardew Valley, let me know and I'll probably do that. So every part of the bundle like clears up a part of the community center. I think there's the vault, the boiler room, the pantry, the classroom. I think it's called, or the classroom. No, it's the bulletin board. It's the bulletin board, and I think it's called the crafts room. And after every section is complete and you get all the stuff for the bundles, you think like there's a bus that takes you to like a desert. There is like minecarts, like I said, and then there's like there's like on your farm you have a greenhouse that's in ruins, and then like I think that's like the hardest thing to get, because you have to like the greenhouse is the hardest thing to get because the greenhouse allows you to grow crops that are even out of any crops you want, even if they're out of season. Like there is a group of crops that you can only plant during a certain season, like for example turnips and strawberries can only be grown through the spring. But if you plant turnips in a greenhouse, you'll be able to plant aspects, different parts, different gameplay aspects of